Been in the real estate industry for over 2 decades as a developer, as a real estate coach, and a mentor. I have witnessed several expressions of investors and clients when buying properties. I've seen several reactions, I've seen expressions that, just brings joy to my heart when I see people acquire properties, especially for those who are buying for the first time. Now, there's a story about a house that we built a few years ago, and this story moves me a lot each time I remember it and I share the story to some of my investors and clients. You know, it's not just about the structure of the bricks and the wood, the mortar. No, it became a transformation for one of my clients that I'm going to share her story with you today on Real Estate in Perspective. Now, if you're just tuning into my channel and you haven't subscribed yet, I'd like you to do so right now. Turn on notification button so that you get prompted whenever I post a new video. And of course, if you have any questions or comments, kindly do so. Leave it in the comment section and I'll respond appropriately. Welcome once again to Real Estate in Perspective with Ehi-kings. Today I'm going to be sharing with you an amazing story. I titled it The Story That Changed My Life. Now, this story is about a house that we built a few years ago that still moves me to date. It wasn't just about the structure of the bricks and the wood or the mortar. It became a vessel of transformation for one of my clients, the client that bought into this property. Now, I remember when I first laid eyes on the piece of land that we built this property on. It wasn't something to admire. It wasn't something to desire. It was, actually a waterlogged area. The land was waterlogged, lots of bushes around. The area wasn't so developed at that time. And if you don't have foresight for real estate investing, that is not a location you want to buy to build a house. I tell people that if you want to buy real estate, you need to have foresight. Real estate investing is not just for the now, it's for the future. So you need to have eyes for the future when investing in real estate. That's by the side. I just thought to drop this nugget. Okay, so I remember when I first laid eyes on this plot of land, it wasn't something special. It wasn't something to desire, like I said earlier. It was just a mere piece of earth, waterlogged, filled with water, and of course, bushes around. On acquiring this piece of land, it wasn't just a piece of land to us. It wasn't just a piece of earth. As a real estate company, we knew what we're going to bring on that land. We knew the transformation we're going to create on that piece of land. And we saw a home, we saw structures, we saw a living space, we saw an environment people could live in and be happy, where memories would be created. We knew that we could do something beautiful with that land. We could transform that space into a home that could mean something to someone, a sanctuary where families could thrive. And of course, we poured our hearts, our soul into building this structure. We built it not just with building materials, but with intention, great intention. At Ehi-kings, we always say that we built to precision. We wanted this home to have a warm embrace the moment someone walks in. The person should desire to own it, fall in love and desire to own it. So when this house was fully and finally ready, I could feel its potentials. I could feel that anybody who desired to own this space would definitely have a sense of fulfillment. It wasn't a stand-alone home. It was a 5-bedroom duplex in terrace. Lots of space for children to play, lots of space for parking and other activities that one would desire, to do in its or her compound. So it was beyond just building a house. It was built with careful intentions. It was built with love. It's a luxurious 5-bedroom duplex. but it had its own characteristics. Every home has its own characteristics. Every structure has its own characteristics and desires. This building had its own characteristics, it had its own charm, its own soul. Moving into this space, you literally would love to live there. Building houses for us at Ehi-kings is not just building bricks and mortar and wood. It's about bringing a bare land into reality with dream homes, and of course building a space that is comfortable for people to live in, build their dreams, create memories, be happy, homes that are filled with joy. So it is beyond just building bricks, mortar, wood. No, it is fulfilling dreams, bringing dreams to reality. And then Mrs. Adewuyi found us on Instagram. She found this post we had made about this property, and she fell in love immediately and wanted to see the property. She was a single mom with 2 young children, very hardworking woman. And if you're in Lagos, you understand them. The Balogo market. She's a very hardworking trader in Balogo market, but a single mom. And when she visited the property for the first time, I could see something in her eyes. I could see the excitement. I could see hope. I could see joy. But there was a bit of weariness in her eyes as well. She walked through each room quietly, observing the space, observing the structure and the details put in constructing the property. She was just taking everything in all at the same time. I could see her expression, I could feel the joy, but I could also sense a bit of weariness and fear and concern in her eyes. And when she reached the living room, where sunlight streamed into the house, into the space from the window, from the glass window. When she got to the living room where sunlight beamed and streamed through the windows into the spacious living room, she stopped. And as she began to speak, her voice cracked as she said, "This is it. This is where my kids and I can start all over again." To be honest, her words hit me so deeply because I could feel the joy, and there's a bit of weariness and uncertainty, but she knew what she wanted. The moment she set her eyes on the property, I knew she wanted it. Building houses for us at Ehi-kings has always been our passion. It has always been our passion to build, to transform bare lands into living spaces, into a place where a home where people can build their dreams, a place where comfort and joy thrives. But this was the first time I truly felt the impact of what we did in our construction. This house wasn't just a structure for her, it meant a lot. It was, for her, a fresh start, her chance to rebuild her life, and of course, create a future for the children. Now, the journey to get Mrs. Adewuyi into, owning this property wasn't an easy task, I must tell you. She faced, she had some challenges, and there were moments where it seemed like her dream was going to slip away. The dream of owning the home, acquiring the property that she fell in love with at first sight. It was her love. It was a dream home for her. She felt, you could feel the love and the passion, in her to own this property. But in all of this, I could sense her fear, and I believed in her so much, and I wanted her to own this home. I believed that she deserved this home, despite the amount, So I worked it out with her, adjusted what we could adjust, try to break down a bit on the pricing, and together we made it happen. You could tell the excitement on her face, the joy, the satisfaction, the pride in her to own a home. for herself and her children a 5-bedroom duplex in the heart of Lekki. You know what that means? Now, the day I handed her the keys was emotional, very emotional for both of us. I watched her hold tightly the keys with tears streaming down her face as she and her children ran through the front door, laughing. I could imagine their lives changed from that moment. I could imagine the joy and the excitement in their hearts, living in that kind of space, living in a new home where dreams will be rebuilt. At Ehi-kings, we rebuild dreams through our properties, through our edifices, and through the living space that we create with intention, care, and precision. Months later, as I drove by to see the house again, there were flowers blooming in the front yard, and the sound of the children's laughter filled the air. I was filled with so much excitement and satisfaction at the same time. Mr. Adewuyi had told me that owning that home gave her the courage to start a new life, the courage to start a new business, creating a stable life for her and her children. That house didn't just change her life, it changed mine as well. Today, I'm reminded why we do what we do. Building a home is more than putting bricks, it's more than putting sand and cement, wood, and all of that together. It's more than building walls and a roof. It's a place where dreams are nurtured and futures are built. At the Ehi-kings Real Estate and Construction Company, we ensure we don't just build houses, but we build living spaces where dreams are nurtured and futures are built. This is why we develop Grace Luxury Homes Estate and all other properties that we have. Without a doubt, where you call a home will have a huge impact on your life, especially that of the children. And this is why we developed Grace Luxury Homes. Grace Luxury Homes and all of our other properties are built with precision. Without a doubt, where you call a home will have a huge impact on your life, and most especially the life of the children around. Have you ever had a home that changed your life? Have you ever owned a property that transformed everything about you, or that gave you a fresh start, a reason to dream, a reason to look into the future with hope and certainty? If you have, I'd like you to share your story below. And if you're looking to own a property like this, and you want to be like Mrs. Adewuyi, whose dream and future transformed by having the right living space for her and her children, we have 3 units of this luxury 5-bedroom duplex still available, where you can call a home, a place where your children can thrive, where love and joy, peace, thrive, and a community of like minds, and of course creates a memorable future for the children. I'd like you to give us a call today. Reach out to us on our social media platforms, send us a DM. You can call the numbers that will be displayed anywhere around this video, or you can even click on the link to reach out to any of our consultants, and we'll handwalk you through the process of owning a home hassle-free in the heart of Lekki, Lagos, Nigeria. At Ehi-kings, we don't just build homes, we transform lands, bare lands, undesirable places into desirable places where love, happiness, joy thrives, and where you can build a future or even leave a legacy for your children. At Ehi-kings, we always say, invest with us today and smile tomorrow.